I have built a perfect circle base design, ideal for 6 to 10 players. Honestly, this is probably one of the best bases I've ever made for this group size, packed with tons of features. You've got anti-siege protection, a shield wall, and peaks and retakes literally everywhere, which makes this base extremely strong in online raids. The open core is super spacious and double honeycomb, so it is at least 3 walls to raid. But that's not all. There are 6 multi-TC bunkers in total, all honeycombed, which means fully raiding this base is an absolute nightmare. And of course, there are multiple hidden loot spots for the mind gamblers among you. The base starts off simple, with a circle starter core offering tons of loot space and room for everything you need early on. It is even triple honeycomb, making the core insanely tanky. The next build stage already gives you 3 early multi-TC bunkers and anti-siege protections. So even if someone managed to destroy your TC, they still can't grief you or place their own anywhere nearby. The red zone marks the privilege area of the main TC, connected by a single wooden foundation shown in green. Destroying the twig foundation disconnects the whole outer area from your main TC. This allows you to replace your externals. Once you're done, just replace the foundation and that's it, super simple. This anti-siege setup is a huge advantage, especially for slightly larger groups. Now on top of that, the shield wall around the entire base lets you seal off an extra layer in case of a raid, completely stopping raiders from hitting your main base. The Widegaps shooting floor wraps around the whole base and gives you perfect angles to defend from. And the roof comes with even more, like Brutalist Peaks on every side and Crow's Nest for additional defense. Because all the bunkers are fully spread out, raiders will need around 120 rockets to get all your loot in offline raids, which is just insane. This design works fully on PC and console. It is easy to build and doesn't require any complicated build-outs. If you enjoy my base designs and build style, but want more exclusive bases, you should check out my Patreon. For just $5 you get full access to all my private base designs which will never be posted on YouTube. But you can also get early access to my public YouTube builds and VIP support. I've got bases for every group size, even 2 big clan bases already uploaded. And I'll keep adding bases every month. My next upload is already in the works, a 3x3 base for tomorrow's vibe. So if that sounds good, you might wanna check it out. Alright, let's get into the base tour. The externals are disconnectable and cost roughly 3k metal upkeep each, which is easily manageable. Stepping inside the gatehouse, we have peaks into a compound on the left and right, perfect to retake from here in case of a raid. Entering the compound, we have turrets covering on every side, to make sure people just can't walk straight in. And there is also a turret covering from above. The furnace funnel wall gives us an extra layer of protection, at least in online raids. If the furnace is placed like this, there is no way raiders can jump over. So they are forced to destroy it, which costs valuable time in the raid. Even if the furnace is gone, there are still turrets covering the breach perfectly fine. We have these Brutalist Peaks on every side to make the compound more defendable. This gap is so small, people can barely spot you from outside, while you can easily see and fight them. But there are even more Heckledge peaks all around. There is another important feature. This is not just a wall to peek from, this is our shield wall. That means in case of a raid, you can just build up walls in front and block rockets from hitting your main base. There are no frames blocking you from building. That's just crazy OP in online raids, trust me. Now we finally enter our main base. There's a little outside peak right here, which is perfect to hold down breaches. And a battery spot for the compound turrets right here. Behind these doors we have our first hidden early bunker, we have the same bunkers on all sides. Yes, this foundation is meant to be wood. This is actually our anti-siege. That means even if people raid your external TCs, they can't replace them, not even nearby. So siege raids are most likely impossible. To replace the outside TC, we have to get rid of this foundation inside. Just a nice feature, but also very important on bigger servers in my opinion. Jumping up, we enter the main base from second layer. Over here is some space for drop boxes, and we have these early bedrooms on each side, including a nice outside Hecklage peak for fast respawn and defense. But also retakes into our core, very useful in raids. The core is super spacious and offers tons of space. And it is fully honeycombed. Dropping down here, we get into our starter core. The good old circle starter offers more than enough space for everything you need at the beginning. People have to raise 3 or even 4 walls to get into the core, which makes the space a tank. Jumping high up on third layer, we have space for beds and lockers, directly connected to our little early shooting floor area. There are some nice Hecklage peaks on each side, but also peaks for the compound down below, perfect for early raid defenses. Here's a retake peak for our open core, which also works as a stash for some hidden loot boxes. Up here we get into our open core. There are turrets covering the whole area from above, which makes it super hard to breach for raiders. And the best part, the whole open core is even double honeycomb, which means at least 3 walls to raid. Over here are even more bedrooms and outside peaks. We have these multi-TC bunkers on every side, perfect to spread out your loot during nights. These bunkers are also honeycomb, which is great, so we make sure raiders don't get them by accident while pummeling your base. Up here we have retakes for our bedroom area, but also for the shooting floor area. These ramps are our main retakes for the open core. Over here are even more bedrooms, including Hecklage outside peaks. We have a Widegaps shooting floor wrapping around the whole base to make it super defendable in online raids. There are roof retakes on every side in case of top-down raids. Jumping higher up, we have additional roof retakes on each side. The roof is fully covered by turrets all around. There are tons of different peaks all around. And jumping up here we get to our crow's nest, which works as an extra respawn and highest point of the base. And now I will show you how to build this base. Let's start with our starter base, which is a 1x1 with an airlock, and then we'll expand it into a circle. Don't close off the floor here, this will be our jump up. Next we build the second floor. As soon as you upgrade the walls to metal, make sure the hard side is facing inwards. Now we're adding the honeycomb around the starter base. Next we build the external TCs. The half wall has to stay twig. Now we're connecting the multi-DC part to the main base. Upgrade the triangle foundation only to wood. This is important for the anti-siege part. Once you place the roof, the multi-TC part is connected to the main base. Now you already have the first 3 bunkers. Next we're finishing the second floor. To be able to place a triangle roof, you need to upgrade the roof to the metal skin. But the triangle isn't important. If you don't have the skin, you don't have to build it. Next we build the opencore. Here you build a half wall with a low wall on top. Place one box behind each window and you have 3 large boxes of hidden loot. If you can't place a triangle above the bunker, try placing it from the top, from the bottom, or from inside the bunker. Next we build the compound and the shield wall, but you can also build this later if you prefer. Before we build the furnace funnel wall, we're finishing the footprint for the frames. Upgrade the foundation to metal, because you won't be able to replace it later. Before placing the barricades on the sheet wall, build the sheet wall one high out of twig and then place the barricades. This makes sure you can still place the walls after. Build these frames so the anti-siege range becomes larger. The more frames you place, the bigger is the range. Now we build the frames, and if you want, you can already upgrade them to metal. If you want to honeycomb the bunkers, don't build these frames here. Build one half wall, one full wall and another half wall on top. Next we build the shooting floor. Now we build the roof. And lastly, I will show you the turret and windmill placement.